All right, give everybody a little second to get into class. Class will be starting very shortly. All right. Let me. Okay. All right. We're gonna start the class. You already know what it is. The Isupk started out on 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. We're uncommanded Jenny Hanna. We're here to teach the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American the truth of the Bible. All right. Tonight, hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, sir. What's going on? Tonight is the biblical law class. Is Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we teach the law class. Everything good, sir? Yeah. You want the class? No. All right. Every Wednesday, man, we teach the Bible, going into the law. All right. So if you got any questions, any comments, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. Make sure you check in with your name. All right. Checking your name, the city that you are in. All right. And also, you brothers, checking with your rank. All right. Sisters, check in. Name, city. All right. If you have a husband or just whoever you report to. All right. So we're gonna go into the law a little bit, man. Just understanding the spirit that we gotta have in today's time. All right, if we could, sir, can I get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1? Bubba Shaw. All right, low cursor. All right. While the brother is handling business on that, I'm gonna read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And the reason why these classes are so important, and the reason why we should always be in tune with these classes, because these classes are very important when you are on the path of being reborn, when you coming into the truth, being a new person. You have to really forget everything, you know what I mean, that you was ever taught. And it sounds crazy, to hear, oh, well, you gotta let go of everything that you thought was truth, because we've been so much, but that's how bad we've been lied to. So in here in ISBK, we are going to revisit everything that you've been through in your life, and we're going to reverse engineer all of that nonsense. We're going to get you in the right path. We're going to get everything that you thought that was true, that you thought that was factual, and we're going to see if it was real or not. All right. And a lot of times, like 70% of the time, a lot of things that we consumed and digest and went through and felt that was truth in the world is not truth. All right. If you could, sir, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
So right here, right, we are reading that the Most High wants us to be obedient. Really, he wants you to have discipline when it comes to the commandments of God. When a father raises up his son, right? Father and son time is very important, because that's a male to male bonding, just like a female, a mother and a daughter bond is real. A father bond is very, very, very important. And the reason why, one of the key factors of that relationship is that man building a good foundation with his son. So with all that aggression that he has just by nature, You understand the power that a man has, he utilizes it in the correct manner. He's not out committing crimes. He's teaching his son how to have discipline. Right now, father is supposed to teach all the kids how to have discipline, but I had to put the father and son relationship under the magnifying glass so that you can understand the relationship that the Most High have with us. The Most High want us to have discipline. He want us to be able to see temptation, something that we used to evilly indulge in, and say no. Right? He would like to see us be faced with certain situations and we handle it in the correct manner. That's the way of the Lord. So when you read this Bible, you need to know that whatever your pastor told you this Bible was about was a complete lie. The Lord wants you to have a warlike spirit. And what do I mean by that? Meaning you have to fight yourself day and night. Many of us been through so much in life that if we was to write a book, it would fill up a whole library because we've been through so much. We've been through the pain. We've been through the tribulations. Well, the Lord wants you to understand when you read this Bible that he understands your pain. He understands what you're going through, and he wants to give you that mercy. He wants to lift up your burdens. But we all been born with these burdens because we didn't keep the commandments in the Old Testament. In the times of the Old Testament, we didn't keep the commandments. And the Lord gave us everything. And he said, because we went against him, he will punish us. And that's why we are in the predicament that we are in today. The reason why we don't have an identity, the reason why we would call ourselves Muslim, Christians, African, you name it, we Egyptian, and the whole nine. We are conformed to so many different walks of life because we went against what God said. That's the main thing right here. In verse 1, it says to do all his commandments. Your pastor, your imam is not teaching you to keep all the commandments. They tell you that you can just keep some. Don't eat. If you're Muslim, don't eat pork. All right. As long as you don't eat pork in Islam, you're okay. Allah knows your heart. In the Christian church, as long as you don't do things that would upset the common folk, right? Then you're okay. So if you being a drug dealer is not bad to common folk, then you're fine, right? You are okay. You can do what you want. God knows your heart. But when you read the scriptures, it says that to observe and do all his commandments. So you can't be a drug dealer. I seen a video today where women was twerking in the church. 2 grown women, I'm talking about age women, twerking. Like literally twerking. And that's ridiculous. At one point in time, when you think about a church, and it depends on what age you is, I'm 32. So back when I used to see a church, when I think about church, I see the woman with the big hats and, they sitting down and doing the whole Holy Ghost. But never did I would think, if you would have told me years ago that women would be twerking in the church, I would say that sounds crazy. But because we follow these religions that lead us down this rabbit hole of hell, then you're going to cause and effect. If you say don't keep the commandments, well, woman is going to twerk in your school. You say don't, you don't have to keep the commandments. Well, gay men will be in a choir and will win a Grammy. I think they won a Grammy or a BET award for a gospel group. That heterosexual gospel group, they couldn't win because the gay men, of the gospel choir, they had the upper up on them. They was able to win. Whole time, homosexuality is a sin according to God. And we can bring that up. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Leviticus. I think it's the 13th chapter. I think it's 13. I haven't went to that scripture in so long. Man, you cats out there, man, be killing me with this homosexuality, man. Um, boom, boom. You know what homosexual scripture is? I think it's Leviticus 18. I'm looking at. I think it might be 18. I think it might be 18. Uh, I think I'm coming to it. Here we go. 18 to 22. Leviticus 18 to 22, if you could, sir. Camera lost. All right, give us 1 second. I think that maybe I did something up there with the head. Should be good. He probably just got. Is it back? You got actually go in and put the camera back on. Is it back on? Salaki, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. You might gotta plug in, take it out, take the plug out, and put it back into the port. As with womankind, you hear that right there, man? This is God talking to Israel, telling every black, Hispanic, Native American man and woman that a man and a woman is the only relationship that we can be in. Not a man and a man and a woman and a woman. You understand? And if you see the two words here, it says mankind and womankind. We good now, sir? Yeah. So if you see church, it comes from Islam. Because if we as a people understood by these laws, we wouldn't dare engage with these evil acts. If we knew that we can't do it or else, we would change. At all. Because every prophecy that ever been put in this Bible, they don't match it. Even their origin story. The only reason why Jewish people was able to make claim to our culture to our name is because we was carried away in captivity. But prior to the transatlantic slave trade, everybody knew who the real Jews were. Everybody in the world. That's why the pictures of the Jews was always colored black until the Renaissance era when they went in and white. And you will see people that knows that the saints know that the Israelites are black, and they have no problem with understanding that Jesus Christ was a black man, right? And that whole misconception always go back to these religions. We believe that homosexuality is not a sin, that you can love whoever you want to love. So now you have our sisters that believe that they can have gay best and gay friends. We back on? You know what I mean? They think that you can have a gay friend. God is against a woman having a gay friend. God is against a man having gay friends. Why would you befriend a homosexual, right? What do you have in common? What is there that you have in common? Right? Why do you want to be around a man that is feminine? You know what that tells me? That you don't mind a man being effeminate. You don't mind a man that you deal with being gay. And then when you look inside our community, you see why so much issues and problems. Even just going to this one law just shows you the issues that we have. Gay men in the choir. Why is there gay men? It says, come as you are in the scriptures, but it doesn't say that you can still be that person. If you could, sir, can you give me the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 2? Bubba Shaw. When you come to the Lord, you're supposed to change, right? You're supposed to fight for your change. You're supposed to fight to become a new person. That's why when a man or a woman come into the school, can't nobody no sister, you're a brother, no sisters can't be all in your face. If you're a brother, you're a sister, can't no brother be all in your face. You gotta get your time to yourself to get yourself in order. That's what you must do. You can't sit there and be focused on, all these other things. You need to focus on one thing, and that's you getting yourself right with the Lord. If you could, sir, read.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2.
Yep.
And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed to this world. So that's a contradiction to the Christian church, right? That's a major contradiction, right? Jewish people, it's a contradiction to what the narrative that you run, right? Muslims, this is a clear cut to you. To all the religions in the world, this is a clear cut to every religion that our people want to participate in. It says, man, you can't be of this world. That's why you see us. We wear fringes. We wear braids. Remember when people were saying braids was played out, Barzo? You remember that, sir? I remember my little cousin told me, man, what the hell you wearing braids for, man? What you think, this 2007? I said, listen, man, I don't follow the wave. I make it. Now look around you. What niggas is wearing in their head today? Braids. You want to know what else niggas is wearing too? Nail polish and purses and skirts. You understand? It's disgusting out here. And that's why the ISUPK is here to clean up. We're here to tell you, hey, man, you got to get the hell out of the world. You know how many people go back? It's people that come into the school, change their life, and then say, I'm about to go back to the world, go back to their vomit. And it becomes even worse to deal with the world because it's like you having your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? It's like you putting your hand in a box and you can't obviously see it. But once you know that inside that box is nothing but all types of garbage and filth, you know what I'm saying, and is just disgusting, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I know what I'm putting my hand in. Well, that's what you do when you have the truth, when you understand the Lord, and then you leave the truth. You know, that's what happened. Like, you're going back to your vomit. But, you know, being in the truth, you know, you must change yourself. That old person that you used to be, you know, always want to be argumentative, being a drug addict, you know, being an abuser, you know, beating on your girl. Can't do those things no more, man. Can't beat on them can't beat on your girl. You know, you can't put your hands on your husband. You got to change all of that. You got to learn how to love your spouse. That's what happens when you actually change. You serve the Lord, you're gonna learn how to love your woman. You ain't gonna put your hands on your woman like a coward. Oh, well, you know, she this and that. You're a coward. If you think that you're justified for doing that, you're a coward. Here in the Isupk, we don't have to beat our woman to check her. We can show you how to do it, but you must be ready to be not conformed to the world. If you could, sir, read it from the top again.
And be not conformed to the world.
Be not conformed to the world. A lot of people out here, you know, you look at a marriage the same way the white man look at a marriage, and you wonder why none of these relationships don't work. I'm tired of hearing people telling us that we're wrong for how we handle marriages. That, oh, well, y'all believe in having more than one wife, and God never said to do that, and you know, y'all this and y'all that, y'all seem crazy. Listen, let me tell you something. Our wives is well taken care of, and guess what? If they not being taken care of, a brother is going to answer for that. We are not your baby father. We is not the men that you dealt with in your life. We're something. We are a person that changed to become a better person. You get what I'm saying? When you come to serve the Lord, you know, and you no longer be joined hip to hip with the world, you're not going to look at a relationship the same, because now in that relationship, you're going to understand that you're going to have patience. You're going to have understanding. You're not going to be able to, you're no longer allowed to be emotional and make emotional decisions, irrational decisions, you know, especially if you have, if children are involved, right? And when you no longer of the world, you will really get to truly understand love. You'll truly be able to understand what loyalty is, right? Because first you'll be loyal to yourself. You'll be real with yourself, and not being joined to the world. The world don't be real with themselves. I look at these brothers, you know, and I look at these sisters out here, and I'm just like, yo, you can't tell me that your situation A1. You can't tell me that your situation A1. Sister, you in that house with all them damn kids, and you doing it by yourself. Why? Ask yourself that. See, that's what the scriptures make you ask yourself. Why? Why'd you in that predicament? There ain't no damn song in the dance. You don't need no song in the dance. You need to hear the truth. You need to hear that you're nothing. That all you done in your life was be an F up. All you did in your life would just be an evil bastard unto the Lord. That you didn't understand, that you don't understand sisterhood or brotherhood. You don't understand how to love somebody correctly. You don't understand how to treat other people until you read the Bible. If you could, sir, read it again from the top.
God, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You got to renew your mind. That's all I'm saying to you. I ain't saying that, you know, you just this horrible individual. Some good in you. I ain't saying that. You don't get it out of context. What I'm saying is the Lord wants perfection, and you have to fight for perfection. if you're not fighting, then what are you doing? Now you got to look at your religion. You know, your religion make men domesticated. You like you like a pet. You know, you're told, you know, how, you know, you don't have the fight in you. And that's what I see from a lot of brothers. I see that from a lot of brothers. A lot of brothers don't know how to fight. And that's a problem to me because I love to fight. And I love to fight so much. I had to like really ask myself, like, why am I not doing more for my people? Why am I sitting here getting high every damn day? Why, you know, every day I get home, you know, I get off of work, I'm trying to get another woman in my bed every night. That was my game plan. Have my weed, right? Make sure I got my weed, and I got something to go home to. Son, my goal was to get something new every other night if I could. And then once I heard Commander Jenny Hanna and I heard these captains and priests tell me that I was evil for doing that and all I'm doing is destroying my sisters, man, I started asking myself, like, damn, you know, am I helping the other side? You know what I mean? Like, am I helping push forth? And I started rejecting women. I came to class. I stopped getting high. You know, I just stopped everything because I understood that I can't live that life no more. It's nothing that serves you. Like, you can't tell me that your life is great when you got to get high every day. You got to smoke on a regular basis just to have that fulfilling moment. You know what my fulfilling moment is? Waking up and being able to have a stabilized life. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have my brothers, being able to have my sisters, being able to know that I have the truth. Being able to know that you have the truth is one of the greatest things on the earth because everybody don't have the truth. That's why you and ISBK stay in here, man. Stay in here. If you could, sir, Bubba Shaw, can you give me the book of 1 Corinthians 1 and 10, Bubba Shaw? If you in ISBK, be happy. Rejoice. You know what I mean? Like, be happy because everybody don't understand this. You know? Like, there's many brothers out here that don't have the fight in them. They destroyed, man. Be happy that if you know the truth now, that's not your story no more. Being in the street, you know what I mean? Being in the world, you know, getting high, you know, doing all types of crazy things for money. I mean, you name it. You no longer that person. Be grateful, man, because listen, man, it's a lot of people that's dying out here. A lot of people that's dying at vast numbers, right? It don't matter how much money you have. It don't matter where you at in life. When the Lord say come, you gotta leave. You understand? So let's read the scripture, you guys, sir.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
That ye all speak the same thing. We all must speak the same thing. When you come into the truth, right? You got a lot of people that say, oh, well, you're in the truth, you're in the truth. If it's not under the ISBK, you are not in the truth. Like, all of the different churches, the denominations and all of that, nah. All of those churches that Christ had, that he was getting all the reports in, they was all his churches. You don't see him talking about anybody else's churches but his. That's who was represented in heaven. So cut out all the nonsense about oh yeah, we doing our thing over here, we doing our, y'all do what y'all do, we do what we do. No, it's supposed to only be only one body in the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And that there be no division among you.
Can't be no division. So you gotta follow Commander Jenny Hana, whether you like it or not. And it's, listen, me following Commander Jenny Hana has been the most easiest transition, you understand, that I ever had in my life when it comes to spirituality. Because listen, me getting to understand the truth, you understand, or just understanding the spiritual aspect behind things in the world, being young and dumb, I had a bad experience. But when I came to the IGBK, I was shown brotherhood, shown like, nah, we're going to show you the ropes. We're going to show you how to really do this. Because I remember one time I felt like the niggas that was telling me all the blackity black knowledge in my neighborhood, I felt like they was the smartest niggas in the world. I was like, I got the cheat code. Until you meet Commander Jenny Hana. And then you find out that Commander Jenny Hana is a walking Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Commander Jenny Hana can break some things down to you. You be sitting there like, I never thought about it that way. And he'll give you a whole new perspective on the scripture that you probably done read 1,000 times. Right? But that's what's needed for our people. That's what we need as a people. Right? And that's why everyone, if you're a Black, Hispanic, Native American, you need to follow Commanding General Yahana, not some nutcase that call himself Yahweh ben Yahweh or Bishop Nathaniel and all of these other closeted homosexuals, right? Commanding General Yahana told y'all that these guys was on some down low activity. He said it. General Hyman said it. You understand? Bishop Nathaniel is getting real skinny. And I ain't gonna lie. It look a little, he already appeared a little zesty to me. You know what I mean? I don't wish death on nobody. I ain't saying that. But we've been telling everybody, yo, don't trust these cats. Don't trust these cats out here. You know what I'm saying? They leading you down the wrong path. Look at everybody that followed at the Sakari, at the Gorilla Hebrew. Come to find out that he likes dildos in his rectum. He even told her, get the big one, and I don't want lube. I want to feel the whole penetration. That's what he told to his wife. A man that's supposed to be a chief high priest said that he liked his butthole being played with by, with a dildo. He likes a dildo in his behind. But that's somebody's leader. And I had the pleasure of speaking to someone that was originally in Sakari, and he was devastated. He was lost for words. And then you have a lot of people that try to defend Gorilla Hebrew, but not realizing and not having compassion. They got so much compassion for this individual that was found being a closeted homosexual, but they have no compassion for those that hearts he broken in pieces. He literally, like, think about it. People looked up to him. The cat that I was talking to looked up to him. And now he got to hear my mouth saying, yo, man, I tried to tell you not to join them, that they not of the truth. They still got the truth. He couldn't answer it. Couldn't answer it. Right? But you know what he chose to still do? Now he's following another homosexual of the break off of the homosexual group. So again, this is supposed to be one body, one doctrine. And when you try to go off of this, I'm not going to do that one doctrine. Oh, y'all off. This is why we're in the position that we're in today. This is why we're in the position today. And you're not in the position that you're supposed to be at. I was just talking to some cat from Genesis. He's another break off from the homosexual group. And this cat, I went on Clubhouse. I don't go on Clubhouse because I don't like talking to people on Clubhouse because some reason it always get to everybody start talking crazy to one another, and I don't get it. I don't get it, Officer Barzal. I don't get it because in person, none of those people is going to have that kind of aggression. So I don't go on Clubhouse. You know, if you go on Clubhouse, you got the patience for it, no problem. Me, I don't have it. I'm not the one to talk. But today I had some time. The brother, you know, he I guess he battled Captain DeGaulle from St. Louis on fringes. And he was like, yeah, man, you know, you a teacher? Yeah, Cap is a teacher too. And apparently he wanted to try to add division between me and Cap. I said, listen, brother, let me stop you right there. Whatever Cap said, I co-sign it. I agree. I don't care if he said the sky is orange or pink today. Guess what I'm gonna tell you, brother? That the sky is pink and orange. I don't care. Whatever you're gonna say, yes, Cap. Whatever Cap said, yes, because we're one body, one mind, one doctrine. We have one Lord. We have one God. We are one in this brotherhood. Barzal tell me, hey man, the spaceships is coming tonight. Hey, spaceships coming tonight. Officer Barzal says it's gonna come. Hey, it is what it is. You know, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, we one body, one mind, one doctrine. Now, I say all to say this. This cat, I tell him, I said, brother, as he kept like he was trying to argue about some damn fringes. I said, brother, you are embarrassed. Like the whole room was telling him, like, you draw them, why you dragging it? And I said, brother, you are embarrassing your organization. Whoever is over you, I said, you want me to tell you why you still trying to drag on this conversation? People that said, sir, I said, if I was doing this, if I was having all this time to do all this, someone would ask me, like, because I asked him, I said, I told him, I said, you got too much time on your hand, brother. You got too much time on your hand. I said, I don't have the luxury of arguing and doing all this, going back to an argument that we done had and start trying to do another argument with somebody. I don't have time for that. I got stuff to do. I said, if you was a brother to me, I would give you something to do. If you want, brother, I got work here for you. I got a lot of work that you can do. He's like, well, I'm in Genesis. I said, well, Genesis need to put your ass to work. Because I would have to ask you what, you know, the men over you should be figuring out what is your office doing? I know that's what mine will do to me if I'm up there effing off. It happened before. Hey, what you got going on in the car? You seem like you don't got enough going. You ain't doing enough. What you got going on? What offices you in? What office did you over? Give me the numbers. Because the main thing is to do the work. Right? The main thing is to be one spirit, right? Having one faith. Well, this cat, he want to argue about some damn fringes. I said, brother, if you want to put fringes on your sock, I don't care. I'm not about to argue with you about some damn fringes. If you don't want to wear fringes, the way how we wear fringes, so be it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to argue with you about some, come on, man. But when you're not being taught correctly, you'll go out and embarrass. And the brother, you know, he came back and apologized. You know what I mean? Like, I apologize, y'all, boom, boom. Because he realized what I said was true. You not putting in no damn work. And you sitting up there, you obviously got a lot of time on your hands. You get me? So to get back, you understand, you was what scripture you was on? I think Romans 12:2. Oh yeah. You can read it again.
It's a book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no division among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
Yo, we gotta run this all the same way. That's why here in ISUBK, man, we got things in order here, you know. Like it's times I see stuff in the world, I'll be like, damn, like if only you understood to come to the ISUBK. Like think about how many beefs is in the city of Philadelphia or Chicago, or Florida, wherever we at in Cali, and think about if the priests of the Lord had the ability to sit people down, especially before all the chaos happened. You know how much peace we can have. Like it should be to the point where Cali, California, LA, man, should be dominated by the gangs in a positive way. You know what I mean? Like, is no way like ICE can come into Los Angeles and be able to do whatever they want because the gangs was originally created to protect the neighborhood from enemies, right? But then you got the CIA playing their games, the FBI playing their games, informants playing their games, and now made it into a war zone in California, and they love it because they benefit from it. No prisons get filled up because of the hatred that we have for one another. But once we take on this one doctrine that's here in the ISBK, brothers won't unalive each other. I'm gonna tell you, I'll give you a prime example. We have brothers that came into the school at one point in time, they couldn't sit down at the same table because they people was beefing with their people. So they seen each other, it was on sight. Half of the time, it didn't even matter if they had their kids with them. It was on sight because that's how the world conditions you. Like when you conform to the world, you will unalive your own brother in the worst way. But here in the ISBK, I remember one brother told me, he said, yeah, man, we was really getting into it until, we came into the school and we became brothers. That's the whole goal, to push this brotherhood, to push this sisterhood. I put out a story earlier this week where I spoke about just the sisterhood that I witnessed from the ISBK and what made me see something that I'd never seen before. And it made me into a believer of the scriptures because at one point in time, in my life, I was around a bunch of hoes, a bunch of chicks they'd be all up in dudes' faces and all of that. And, being flirtatious and promiscuous, dressing real, promiscuous, the whole nine. I come around these sisters, they well dressed, well mannered, softly spoken, they not all in your face, they respecting their husbands, they referring to you as sir, don't got no problem putting in work, the support. Come on, man. I was sold. I was like, y'all really got these sisters on a whole nother level. And guess what? Commander Jenny Hanna protects his daughters. Let me tell you who don't protect their daughters? The people outside these doors. I can tell you that 100%. IUIC, good night. A woman died on a watch. Woman get passed around to other men before the young man wind up getting her. They even pass her around and give it to some individual in that organization after every other brother then had a way with her. A handmaid's tale. Don't believe me? Go ask them. We had the receipts. You understand? Let's keep going. Hey, Salakia, sir. Give me a second. Boom, boom. They gonna come from, I don't know. All right. So let's go to Second Corinthians. You got me? All right. Can I get Second Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17? Yeah, Second Corinthians 6 and 17, but sure.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse 17. Wherefrom come out from among them, and be ye separate.
Be ye separate. Separate yourself from this society. Because all this society is going to do is destroy you. You know, if you want to really serve the Lord, you know, detox from the world. It will do you some good. Detox off of social media. The things I see on social media, my algorithm is set on the algorithm that I like. I got educational. I see a bunch of educational. Then I see all the ratchet because I got to know what the hell y'all got going on in y'all world, right? I can only imagine what somebody in the world algorithm is. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine like you scrolling down your timeline, all you see is hoes, all you see is drugs, all you see is drama, you understand, celebrity gossip and all of that. What do you like? That's what you digest. You digest negativity. You digest drama. You're digesting evil. Right? Now I'm not saying that you can't observe what's going on in the world, but you got to change your world, right? And in a way, how people would say it in the world, you got to change your universe. Like you got to make your world fit for you. You know, and what I mean by fit for you, meaning you keeping the commandments of God, you loving your brother and your sister, right? You loving the Lord, you got to make that into your world. If you know that you can't, like, if you know that getting high is an issue for you and you want to battle that drug addiction, then stop being around people that smoke weed. Stop kicking it with them, right? If you don't want to be a person that get high, don't be around people that get high. If you want to be a person that that's you're a brother, you want to be militant, be around the brothers. Learn, get into Hebrew Academy. You know what I'm saying? Study, because the scriptures make you militant. Walk amongst the men that's over you so that you can understand how to lead men. Because that's the business that we in. We're not in the business of, giving you a song and a dance. We are in the business, strictly in the business of raising up the dead. We are in the business of finding our people out there that want to change. We're not in the business of giving you a song and a dance, giving you some soft, sweet words like your pastor do or your imam do. We ain't doing that, right? We ain't going to call you a black queen and black king like Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar just got exposed for pandering for money. Dr. Umar just got exposed. Shout out to Ken Tazariak. He got exposed for being a damn pervert on the airplane. You know, you heard about that? He up there on the plane showing the curves of some sister. And then the sister court him. He just on some perv. And Ken Tazariak said it. He said it a couple weeks ago. He said, man, that dude is a sexual deviant. He said, Cat Zara said that dude is a sexual deviant. The cat that people want to look up to and spend money and go to his lectures, that Negro, instead of him getting with a woman that is a wholesome woman, he up there, he deals with women where he can call her a throat goat in public and call her fishy coochie. He kept saying it. He said, fishy coochie took my money. Fishy coochie was up there trying to go into my bank accounts. Yeah, they might freeze my account. Yeah, fishy coochie. The throat goat. Her vagina smells so bad. One, you supposed to love a woman. Why are you not trying to get her pH balance right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not attracted to this woman, then why you having sexual relations with her? But this is the man that y'all look up to. Your idols are stupid. Your idols are dumb. You got to come from out of the stupidity. Read it if you could, sir. Can you read it one more time?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6 and verse
17.
Chapter 6 and verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate.
Be ye separate, man. You got to be separate from all the bull crap. I'm trying not to use a bad word, right? You got to separate yourself from all of it. Like your mind got to be sharp. You got to be able to see, like, nah, I ain't engaging in that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta separate myself from that. You gotta separate yourself from the mindset that you have. You gotta separate yourself from people that doesn't mean you no good. And it doesn't mean that you say F them and hate them. No, all it means is I can't walk with you because we not on the same type time. I can't dwell with you because if I continue to be with you, be around you and associate myself with you, I'm going to end up right back at square zero. Right? You gotta the whole way how we manage our relationships. I seen a woman earlier this week on TikTok say that she want a street nigga, that she don't want a good guy because good guys are ugly. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to get effed a certain way. That sister has kids. You can see it in her face. She has kids. She teaches her daughters and her sons that a man should act the way how a man acts towards her, right? Because what happens with most street dudes? They'll beat the hell out of you. They don't have patience and mercy. A street dude will have sex with your daughter. He'll be high on his own supply and will try to have sex with your daughter. You're teaching your daughter what type of man she should be with. So now when she gets older, right, she becomes a teenager, she's going to deal with the little crash outs. She's going to lay down with the little crash outs, and she's going to be dumb. And she's going to get passed around all through North Philly and West Philly. You understand? Because she's following after her mother's footsteps. And that is wrong to teach your children. It is wrong to teach your children that way, but that's the way of the world. Right? You brothers out there, you niggas, y'all will literally lay down with y'all will wife the neighborhood hoe. I have seen it far too many times in my life, and I still don't get it for the love of me out. You know what I'm saying? They loving on her. She was the bando queen. She was the one that would get ran through in the bando, and you cuffed her. And then you wondering why she's acting so crazy, because she didn't have so many rods smacked up across her damn noggin that she can't think straight. You understand? You don't know how to repair a woman, a broken woman. You don't know how to do it. You know who knows how to repair a broken woman? We do. Because we actually understand what the sister needs. She needs everything that's said in this Bible. You understand? She needs to be left alone for months and to a year or even more, depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? She needs to learn how to cover up. She needs to get the counseling that she never received a day in her life. You think that she was just in that bando for no reason? No, somebody sometime in her life sexually abused that sister. Am I saying something wrong here? You brothers don't know how to repair a woman. You don't have patience. You understand? You so in a rush to try to lock it down so that nobody else would get it. You so much in this honeymoon phase. Whole time you got a woman that you don't even know how to manage. You don't even know how to fix that sister. And you didn't got with that sister. Now that sister is ruining your life because you don't know how to deal with her. And now you done got her pregnant. And now you are being faced with child support. And now you want to be mad at the world. Now you so upset, but whole time, because you in the world, you thought that was the right move to do. You know what I mean? Cats I see on the internet under the damn pictures being thirsty. You being thirsty for a hoe. I can't. Salagi, sir. Am I saying something that's outrageous? Am I wrong for saying that? Like, I never seen you in the comments going crazy. You never seen me in the comments going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we under command of Jenny and Hannah. You know what I'm saying? We under command of Jenny and Hannah. We keep it player. We don't do that. You understand? We like the women that's modest. You understand? we like the woman with class. You brothers out here, you like anything. You'll lay with anything. And then you wonder why your life is in shambles, that she's making your life a living hell because you are thinking just the way how the white man wants you to think. He wants you to think with your rod. That's what he wants you to do. He wants you to always think with your rod and always think with your belly. That's it. Think with your belly. You eat and have sex and make money so you can get high. That's what he wants you. He wants you on that hamster wheel. He don't want you being a revolutionist like the Isupk. He don't want you serving the Lord. In the Bible, they tell you that that's how they always roll. Why you think the Romans made sure that we stuck to monogamy? It's all throughout the Bible. Christ had to come and say, yo, man, you can't be just putting away your wife because you want to go get another one. Christ was not telling people, oh, you can only have one wife. No, Christ said, you better not put that woman away unless she has sex with another man. You better uphold your oath. And all that divorcing thing and all of that, I ain't right. Ain't no more bill of divorce. Everything going back to the original source. You want to know why? Because look at today. Think about how many brothers then lost thousands and millions of dollars because they didn't got married to some gold digger, to some witch, and literally she was only in it to get the money. There's women out here right now, their main goal is to have babies by men with money so that they can live off child support for them 18 years. Am I lying, sir? I'm lying. We saw Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards cashed out of child support right then and there. He said, take it. All up front. Here she go on the internet. Oh, you guys are so wrong. Y'all thinking that I'm only in it for the money. No, that's not what it is. I think the bitch had the lawyers set up before the baby even got there, from what I'm being told. You understand? Like, being a part of this world will destroy you, man. If you could, sir, Key read, I think it was verse 18 next. Yeah, whatever, good for you.
And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Verse 18, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and my daughters.
Yeah, man, the Lord, no, it's good, sir. Like, when you come into the truth, you know, you are recognized on a whole nother level. You know, being a daughter of Zion, being a son of Zion, you know, being a prince of the power, being a princess of the power, like, it's a real thing. And, you know, that's not a light thing. You know, that's why here in ISBK, like, I don't mind somebody correcting me, like, yo, you gotta tighten up. Hey, you shouldn't do that. Hey, you should do this. Boom, boom. Like, I respect it, because if I want to remain in my position, I've seen a lot of people be in my position and lose everything because they couldn't accept the correction that they needed, and they didn't act upon the correction that was given. I seen it. I seen women and men come and go. And I just sit there and look like, what made them leave? What got them out of here? What made them turn into a coward? And once I started looking at, I started unraveling the layers. I started to see that they didn't do something, and there was a seed that was planted by Satan, and eventually it grew into a weed, and it choked out them, and now they no longer here. It's some people that died because they left and they didn't want to take heed to what we said. So when it come down to this truth, what I mean, we're gonna keep it real with you. Me personally, I'm not a person to sugarcoat anything. I'm not about. I don't want to sugarcoat it to you, tell you what it is. If you don't come serve the Lord, if you don't get up in the school, prepare for whatever's going to come your way. Straight like that. Because look at what's going on in our community. Look what's happening to our Hispanic brothers and sisters. Think this is a place of your rest? What sickens me, man, when Black people and Hispanic people and Native American people, we get on this high horse because we get some money here. Like that's anything. Oh, well, people just lazy. Oh, people this and that. No, let me tell you something. Christ said that the rich would not inherit the kingdom of heaven because the rich are evil bastards. Let me give you some understanding. Rich people, they won't trade everything in to serve the Lord. And that's what Christ had to show. Right? Now, that doesn't mean that, if you're in the school, you serving the Lord, that, you come across some funds, now all of a sudden you're an evil bastard. Nah, he's talking about that carnal man that, that's in love with the riches, that's all he is. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about them. You ain't going to make it to the kingdom of heaven, man. Because you ain't willing to sacrifice. You ain't willing to be ridiculed. Think about Kyrie Irving. You think Kyrie Irving and Kanye can be inside the school? Or Nick Cannon, Deshaun Jackson, all of them took Jewish people classes. They took Jewish people classes to not be a racist towards Jewish people. Whole time they teaching you how to not be racist towards them, and they are obliterating Palestinians right now as we speak. Right now, they are blowing up some pile of dust, and they saying Hamas was there. Like, I would like to see how many hats Hamas have in a month of the IDF. I don't know what it is, but I never hear of the IDF being shot down by Hamas. There's no way they can still be talking about Hamas when that place looked like, you ever played Call of Duty and you see like a building that just like blown to smithereens? Like, it looks like a war field. You understand? Because it is. The whole time they made people take classes, publicly humiliated them. Whole time they're like, yeah, that is wrong. That is anti-Semitic. Hold on. Drop bombs more on Palestine. Make sure you get the kids. Get the kids this time. Come on now. It's crazy work, man. It's crazy work. You gotta wake up. Read what you got. All right, that was it. Let me get Colossians 2:8. Colossians 2:8. All right. All through these scriptures is everything is clear cut. Right? And it all boils down to discipline. All right. to keep the laws of God, you must maintain discipline. And one thing in the school, I'm gonna let you know right now, a lot of cats, they can't survive here because we are no nonsense organization. And we're like that because we know that we have enemies. And we know that we have the younger generation looking up to us. And how would we pass on this knowledge the same way it was passed down to Commander Jenny Hanna, right? Commander Jenny Hanna was a young brother that came into the school. He was the youngest amongst his bunch. You know what I mean? Being around age elders, learning under them, and he took exactly what they taught him, and now we able to experience. And guess what? We're going to take everything that Commander Jenny Hanna gives us and the generals give us, and we're going to make sure that the new tomorrow keeps it going as long as we here on the earth. You understand? In this captivity, right? Because that's how tradition is. See, all this stuff in the world is child's play. It ain't real. It's all fake. The whole image of beauty today is fake. You think that every woman is going to have a washboard abs and the fattest behind that's perfect? No, that's all cosmetically done, right? You see how guys are having these personas of being this big rich guy and all of that. He's really broke. He's struggling just like everybody else, but he's doing it so that he can make money eventually. He's doing it so that he can get vagina, right? It's all fake. The social media relationships. You think Carissa Shields and Pat Poose got this magical relationship? Look at Pat Poose and Remy when they was together. It wasn't. We all thought it was the symbol of black love. You know, the symbol of black love to me was coming into the truth. Officer Knock and Ahawaba. That was a symbol of black love to me. The symbol of black love is seeing Cat and Todd War with Paraj. Symbol of black love to me was seeing Gentleman Hyman and Sister Tazalai. Right? Seeing Captain Akai with his rib and Captain Ahmad with his rib. Right? I was able to see exactly what real love was and is. Seeing brothers and sisters having this union, that been lasting for years, for decades. Do you think that I'm about to turn on a podcast and hear them downplay black women, hear them downplay black men, and they not even in a relationship? You ask them, yeah, I'm not in a relationship at the moment. Well, you married? No, I'm not married. You taking relationship advice from somebody that's not even married. A bunch of people, remember everybody listened to Fresh and Fit at one point in time, right? The dude Fresh was found out to be a tender individual, man. He done got some chick that sell cat, an escort, got her pregnant. Got her pregnant. I don't need to explain more. You understand? Some Asian chick. Like, hold on. You out here about to start paying child support for kids? Like that's the name of the game that y'all on? You know what I mean? Fit. Both of these cats, let me tell y'all something too. Y'all brother son about that podcast thing out there. You understand? These podcasters don't have real relationships. They've never been in a marriage, right? And they failed at it because they was horrible individuals to be with. None of them are in long-term marriages. Majority of them are on a DL and they hate women. What else? What else is out there with these damn podcasts? They teaching you how to destroy a woman even more. Because they're not teaching you hey, you know, if you lay down with that sister, man, you know, that's your wife. You know, you can't just be out here having sex with women and throwing them away. They teach you how they would talk against whores and then say, yeah, man, go be a player. Don't get in a relationship. You know, these girls out here they all whores. And I hear some cats try to tell me that, and I said, brother, let me tell you the difference between me and you. The difference between me and you is I actually learned how to pick a woman from men that been in relationships for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I listen to what the Lord say. I know how to pick a good woman. As for you, what is your vetting process? Come on, Officer Barzal. If brothers was talking to the woman that we talk to, they would fold every time. We so secure in ourselves, we look at them, we be like, yeah, look nice, but you is not for me. And we won't touch her with a 10-foot pole and keep it moving. Why? Because we keep it player, man. That's what the Lord wants you to do. He said, man, keep it player, man. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Keep it moving now. Don't get that. You know what I mean? I remember one time, my ignorance coming into the truth. Oh my gosh. I got with the wrong woman. I'm thinking that, yeah, mind you, I'm first coming in, you know, shed myself for the world. I'm thinking I got the one. Whole monster. You know what I'm saying? And I talk from experience. Like, yo, take your time. Now, listen, man, I got you ever play Call of Duty? You play zombies? You know how like the zombies go through waves? You gotta kill all the zombies to go to waves, and you be like on wave 14. You know what I mean? They jumping out of the sky. You know what I mean? Trying to unalive you on that game. That's how it is dating me. I'm not about to take any chances with my life because I love my peace. I pray you understand. And you should value yours, man or woman. Don't take on, you know, what these podcasts be trying to tell you. Now, of course, take it for a grain of salt. Take the conversation for what it is. But the real game comes from the Lord. That's where the real game comes from. Because you will be destroyed for philosophies, man. You will be destroyed by charlatans, man. A lot of these cats out here, man, they tell you things that sound good because they know what you desire. You know, we got to change the narrative in our community. If you could, sir, read that one more time.
This is the book of Second Colossians. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Listen, don't get cooked because you know you believe in men's philosophies, some women philosophies, man. You know, down to religion or just like, you know, the way of life. So many people, man. What was let me see. Who's a good example of, man? Give me a females was listening to. Oprah. Look at Oprah. Good night. Talking about Oprah, sidebar. They just said Oprah blocked the road for people to escape the tsunami in Hawaii, man. Good night. I said, dang, Oprah, different. She said, I don't give a damn. Y'all ain't coming through this road. You know what I mean? But yeah, Oprah, women going on the Oprah joint and, believing in the philosophies that Oprah be teaching, teaching women that, you can have power over a man. Who else is another sister that was teaching sisters that? I'm trying to see. Who? Gabrielle Union. I mean, yo, the list goes on. Look at the book that Steve Harvey came out with, Think Like a Man. Why would you want a woman to think like a man? They've been thinking like a man for so long. Our women should be thinking like women. You get what I'm saying? Like they should be thinking like women, man. They should be delicate. You should be delicate, man, like a flower. It said in the scriptures, it said that our women at one point in time, it was like their feet didn't even touch the ground. That's how precious they were. But because of our ignorance, because of our sins against the Lord, man, it's like a woman stink, man. Her countenance is dark. That's why, man, you go out here today. They said Philly females is mean as hell. I wonder why. I wonder why they so damn mean, because they've been destroyed all their damn life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these females was trying to find love at a younger age, didn't know how to pick a good man because their mom didn't teach them how to pick a good man. Like, I remember I was younger. I had a conscience a little bit, Barzal. It was some women that I didn't want to deal with on a particular level because I was like, I'm going to destroy your life. I'm just here for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to really feel like that. I'd be like, I'm gonna destroy your life because I'm on the mad. What the boy say from UK? He said, I'm on the mad ting. I'm not. He said, I'm not on my D, and I'm on a mad ting right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really like, I really knew like, I'm gonna destroy you. You get what I'm saying? I was like, let me get away from you before, you know what I'm saying? Like, things get crazy. But a lot of other brothers is not like that. And a lot of them, they done gave their heart and their vagina to a lot of cats. And then now, you know, in recent times, you got all the, you know, attention that they get. Now they feel like they something because they conform to the world. That man hitting them up. I had females tell me, they said, yeah, I mean, I got men be trying to talk to me all the time. I'm like, that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean anything. All those guys is going to be probably, majority of them cats in your DM is trash. But you talking about you got options. What options? You get what I'm saying? Like, that don't mean anything. You get what I'm saying? Like, but because they conform to this world, because they believe in these philosophies and these ideologies and these social constructs that, you know, the attention that they get matters. But the attention don't matter at all. The attention is nothing. It's trash. You get what I'm saying? Like, you go on the internet, you showing your body. You go outside, you showing your body. What for what? You know what I mean? You don't gotta show your body to everybody. Have some decency. Have some respect for yourself. Teach your daughters how to you know what I'm saying? Like the today's saying is nobody can judge you. You're a grown woman. Nobody can tell you what to do. You're comfortable with yourself. Why are you comfortable with men looking at you in a sexual desire? Like, of course, a man is going to want what a man going to want, but you're openly inviting the attention, you know, that is more lustful. Like, you outside looking like a whore. Got your breast out, ass out. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, a woman will literally go on the internet and post, you know, post her in panties. She'll post herself in bra and panties and think that that's cool. Like, that's acceptable. Like, it's not a problem with that. Like, do you not understand that? That is crazy? That you should not show your nakedness? You get what I'm saying? I give y'all one better. Can I get the book of Deuteronomy? I think it's 22. Let me see. I think it's 22. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on with me for a second. a second. All right, it's Deuteronomy 23:17.
It's a book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
So it said that it should be no whore of the daughter of Israel. That's from the Lord. But when you look at today's society, they say that you can be a whore. You know what I mean? A man can be a homosexual, man. And that is against what God is saying to you in the Bible.
Right.
So now you wonder why you can't keep a man in that house. You wondering why you contracted monkeypox and you walk around with diseases. You know, you you know what I'm saying? You chose that life for yourself. Like, you know, you sisters out there and you brothers out there, like, you know, you engage in whoredom. You're gonna get the whoredom award. You go off and have sex with this whore, brother. Okay, now you're on child support. Now she's calling the cops on you. You know what I mean? Because she want to have control over you. You know, now you didn't contract the disease. You can't trust her. You done laid down with this woman. You in a relationship with her, and you can't trust her. Every time she listen, she go to the store, you thinking that she's cheating on you. You ever heard about that? How brothers will literally be stalking that woman? Oh, what you doing? Well, you supposed to be in this house. You got off at 9:30. Why it take you 47 minutes just to get home? What you was doing? Well, it takes me 30 minutes. What you was doing for them 15 minutes though? You know what I'm saying? You only clocking her like that because you know that she for the streets. That's all. You clocking her because she's a whore. And you shouldn't have to clock your woman. If you gotta clock your woman, first you should evaluate yourself and ask yourself and be why? Why am I thinking like this? And if you got really going an investigation on that woman, man, is it, you know what I mean? You done everything that cleared on your end, and she's giving you that she is cheating on you with another man. Just get prepared to, you know what I mean, to lose her. You know what I mean? Just sit back and just wait. You know, eventually it's gonna show itself. You know, but yeah, no whores, no sodomites. That's the law. All right, that's not up for debate. All right. Verse 18: Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow, for even both these are abominations unto the Lord. So, like, you can't bring no hire of a whore or a price of a dog into the house of the Lord for, you know what I mean, for any vow. You can't do that, man. Even verse 19, it says, Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. So when it comes down to, let's say, I need to borrow $20. Hey, Barzal, can I borrow $20? He's like, all right, no sweat. And he tells me, all right, I'm gonna give you this 20. I'm gonna give you this 20, but I need 35 back from you whenever you get it. That's usury because he's taxing me. So when you look at the banks, they make money off of the interest, right? But in reality, when you go to the bank and when you deal with your own brother, you're supposed to not get hit with usury, right? And this is rumor out there that Jewish people got this little secret code where if you're able to say, look, you know, can't hit me with that usury, you know you can't do that, we Jewish, then they will actually not hit you with usury. Can you believe that? I don't know if it's true or not. I'm hearing it through the grapevine, but that's another story for another time. All right. Boom, where we at? Let me see. Let me see. Trying. Just want to get to a scripture. Hold on. It was one. I think it was one in 18. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Two seconds. Let me get Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Bubble show. After this, we're gonna wrap it up. All right.
Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 16.
Yep.
Where they ashamed when they had committed an abomination.
That's Jeremiah 6 and 16.
Oh, sorry, that's sorry.
I started losing my mind. I was like, yo, it don't sound like it too much. What you gotta say?
Chapter 6, verse 16.
All right.
Thus saith the Lord,
stand
ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
Ask for the old path. Ask for the old path, man. Like the Lord wants you to. He don't want like I was saying earlier, right? About my cousin. I remember my cousin was like, "Yo, man, you got braids, man." It was like 2018. He's like, "Man, you got braids, dog. You tripping, dog." Like, what you think? This 2007, 2005? I said, bro, I don't care what nobody on. This is our culture right here. Braids is our culture. I ain't getting shape ups and none of that. I'm rocking out with these braids. I mean, I make the trend. I don't, you know what I mean? People don't. I don't follow the trend. I make the trend, and this is our trend, and I'm gonna let it be known, man. Lo and behold, people was wearing braids real soon afterwards. You get what I'm saying? Like, I chose the old path. I see people wearing fringes now. Damn, I thought we was crazy because we was wearing fringes. But it all works. When we choose to go the old route about how we deal with our conflicts, it works. When I see people try to go about it the new way, it don't work. Everything, like even when we try to do how to come together with relationships, I hear a lot of people try to talk down on relationships back in the day. But let me tell you what back in the day had success rates higher than what we had today with all the technology, all the knowledge, and all the, everything that we have at hand. We suck when it comes to relationships. And we try to act like it's a big goal for co-parenting. Back then, our ancestors, our great grandmothers and grandfathers, they'll look at us as failures. Dang, why y'all not together no more? Dang, y'all left for what? Oh, because his feet stink? You know what I mean? Oh, you left her because she wasn't cooking enough for you? Oh, y'all ain't really love each other. It was just a thing that y'all had. Real love, y'all won't stick together to the end. See, that old path really works. At one point in time, the whole neighborhood can check your kid. Nowadays, grown people is afraid to check the kid because that kid might kill him. They afraid to check the kid because the parent might have an issue. See, here's the thing with me. I'm going to check your kid. And I'm on whatever you on. But young boy, you ain't going to be cut. Hey, I had to tell some young boys, I'm in this restaurant eating with my kids. Young boy just cursing up a storm, showing his ass. He with his homeboys. I said, hey, yo, the security guard was trying to tell him to chill. I said, hey, yo, you need to watch your mouth, man. I got my kids here. And he's like, my fault. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be the father like the old days. The old heads used to be the father figures in the neighborhood. Nowadays, the old heads don't even want to hold a conversation with the young boys. Me, I'm gonna try to hold one with them. Hey man, y'all good out here? Yo man, be safe out here, man. And y'all in high school? What grade y'all in? Hey man, yo man, what you going to school for? Oh, all right, that sounds good. Listen, man, you should go for this, go for that. Hey, yo man, you know the Jews black. They teach you that in school, and y'all better man. But not be letting them white people be lying to y'all like that. Y'all letting them white people do y'all like you gotta talk to them. Talk to them. Stop sitting back and just watching them self-destruct. Talk to them. Half of the time you'll find out that they're really intelligent, but they're a product of their environment and they don't know how to get out. See, the old path, parents would be more involved with their kids. Right? The old path, we understood, right, that drugs would destroy our nation. We understood that. We understood that. When you read the Bible, we knew we couldn't be getting high. We couldn't become drunkards. Our women couldn't go out in the streets and be twerking their behinds. Men can't be giving money to whores, and women can't be, become whores, prostitutes. We couldn't indulge in them things. Because if we do, it's only going to bring a bad effect to our nation. It's only going to anger the Lord. So choosing that old path is you keeping the commandments of God. You being loyal to the Lord. You being loyal to your brothers and your sisters. You being able to understand who your enemies are and who are your people, and understanding how to deal with everybody. You understand? And that's the reason why we had these law classes. So you can learn how to operate out here in this world. And with that being said, I thank y'all for tuning in. That's my time. I thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And with that, shalom.